Arum is the god of war, the god of blood, and god of the orcs, and one of the most prominent deities in all of Pabverse. And this is his story. Chapter 1: Creation. The world was full of useless humanoids, fleshy humans, fancy elves, and hairy dwarves. Everything was peaceful. These three races lived relatively harmoniously for some time. However, good things never last. From a vicious conflict between demons and humans, Arum was born. Arum was created from the hatred between the two warring parties. Arum's first weapon was the shin of a slain human. He entered the battle between the humans and the demons. He was a titan on the battlefield. The humans were terrified at first and fled. The demons, choosing to entertain this new challenger, rushed at him with malicious intent. The elven gods surrounded Arum. Arum lost his foot to them in the battle, which turned into the first orcs, who he took in as his children. This story explains why the foot represents Arum. He represents blood and warfare. After this battle, the dwarven god approached him, fashioning him a mechanical leg. Arum accepted it, and they entered into a truce for the time being, enjoying themselves with some strong drink. Chapter 2: Promise. Arum gave the orcs intelligence and the capacity to organize themselves into a civilization. The orcs created a hive mind society called the Swarm. Arum appeared to be the elected leader in a vision and gave him this prophecy. The orcish people will conquer the non-believers. I have willed it. It was around this time Arum taught the orc nation the art of war and how to use weapons. Arum, feeling pleased with what he did, said he would remain with the orcs for several years before sleeping inside the earth. Chapter 3: Slumber. Legends say that Arum sleeps beneath the highest point in the swarm. He will awaken from his sleep when enough blood has fallen on the ground to attract his appetite for war and bloodshed. Chapter 4: Code. Arum would occasionally astral project and appear in the dreams of our leader. Arum gave unto the leader a set of commandments to speak unto the swarm. These commandments are a way of life. How should an orc live his or her life? They are as follows. Thou shalt not insult the name of Arum. Thou shalt not consume candy. Thou shalt not overthrow the government. Thou shalt not murder each other. Thou shalt not incite riotous behavior. Thou must adhere to the hive mind's decisions. Thou must not change anything in the Arum text. One must remember that any damage to the Arum text is punishable by death. Some additional tenets are that Arum accept any race that will accept being an orc in spirit, or in other words, to accept his ideology. Anyone who will do this, regardless of race or nation, is considered an orc. Chapter 5: Asylum. There was a time in history when the swarm had a huge influx of immigrants originating from the far north. The northern society had caved in on itself, and this caused the citizens to flee for their lives. The generous leader of the swarm welcomed them with open arms. The newcomers had to learn the ways of the orcs. They were forced to adapt to their lifestyles and learn the language. They needed to become one with the hive. It is not an easy process, however. Chapter 6: Arum. Arum is the god of war. Arum is the god of blood. Arum is the god of the orcs. Arum sleeps beneath the earth and waits for his people's enemies. Chapter 7: Prophet. Sometimes the leader's mind would be too clouded, and this would not allow Arum to appear to the leader. Arum chose a special individual to now exclusively appear to via visions or through manifestation. This person is the high priest, prophet, and voice of Arum, Wendy. Chapter 8. Prayers. These prayers can be said aloud or in one's mind to attract Arum. First, Eden's chant. In the swamps of the sacred land lives a holy man living through the ages, making an invasion plan. The man's name is Arum, oh that is much clear. When the northerners see our might, they just disappear. 2. Jaden's incantation. O mighty Arum, god of war and bloodshed, grant me your strength and fill me with dread as I march forth to battle, sword in hand. Let your power surge through me, make me stand. With your blessing let my enemies tremble, and with fear in their hearts let them stumble. Let my strikes be swift and my aim be true, as I fight for glory and honor in service to you. Grant me the courage to face my foes, and the ferocity to strike deadly blows. Let my enemies fall before me one by one, until the battle is won, until the fighting is done. O Arum, god of orcs, lord of war, guide me through the fray forevermore. With your strength and power by my side, I shall fight and conquer, and then in your name I abide. So hear my prayer, O great god of war, and lend me your strength forevermore. For in battle I am your faithful servant, and in victory I shall sing your praise. Fervent swarm. 3. Wowzer's incantation. In a world of useless humanoids, fleshy humans, elves, and wolves, peaceful harmony for some time, but conflict led to something new. Arum born from demons and humans' hate, his weapon a shin of a human slain. On the battlefield he was a titan, but demons surrounded. He sacrificed his right foot. Foot represents his blood and speed. Arum, god of war and blood, creator of orcs leathery and green, taught them the art of war and weaponry, promised they would conquer every nation. Arum, father of Mork and Gork, thou shalt not insult his name or text. He sleeps beneath the earth, waiting for bloodshed. Arum, the orcs' god forevermore. Arum gave the orcs intelligence and the ability to form a hive-mind society. The swarm of civilization born, Arum appeared to the leader in a vision. Prophesied their domination. He stayed with them for years, teaching them the ways of war. Arum, god of war and blood, creator of orcs leathery and green, thou shalt not underestimate his power, for he is the master of the battlefield. His legacy lives on in the swarm, and they shall conquer all who oppose them. Arum, father of Mork and Gork, the orcs' god forevermore. Chapter 9. Ritual. A ritual by our wise prophet Wendy. A prayer will do, but you are required to kill at least one human or elf in your lifetime to attain an afterlife. Chapter 10. Quotes. My needs are nothing when compared to the glory I am provided by Arum. Prophet Wendy. I am not a strategist, but Arum guides me occasionally. Prophet Wendy. The taste of victory is sweet, but the taste of my enemy's blood is sweeter. Scribe Jaden. My battle cry is the last thing my enemies will hear. Scribe Jaden. No empire lasts forever. Aram to Emperor MF Pankage. Thank you for listening to Aram's story. If you could subscribe and join Arumism today, in the name of Aram. Good night.